Welcome to CSA. I'm Nitya,
And I'm Sarika.
and we were both AP Computer Science A students last year, which was our sophomore year. My favorite part of AP Computer Science A was definitely working collaboratively with my peers to create a final product.
And I would say that my favorite part of this class was the project-based aspect and that we could really take the projects in any direction that we wanted to.
Welcome to CSA, and your first project will be the Hello World series. And the Hello World series isn't necessarily just about printing Hello World. It's about introducing all of you guys to the key basis of the Computer Science A course. And this will be including communications that we will be using. And this could include like Slack, Zoom, and any other types of media like Padlet. And we will also be establishing digital relationships with our peers and our project teams. And within those project teams, we will have pair shared trios, which Mr. Mortensen, I'm sure, will talk to you guys more about. And that's kind of how we work in our classroom. And we'll also be learning about the foundation of the Java curriculum from College Board and how we're going to learn those key concepts during the year. And as you're looking at all this code that Mr. Mortensen has provided with you guys, make sure to look at all the comments and read them closely, because a lot of them give you guys ideas for exploration where you guys can do your own kind of little twists on the projects.
So for our first project, our Hello World series is all like established around the idea of a monkey jumpers as a sample project. So we encourage you, like as you're exploring this Replit on your own, to read through the comments that have been provided and look closely at the comments for further exploration and try to take this project and personalize it in some way. So we want you to set some goals in your project team and go to your teacher and get approval for these goals, and then form a project plan. And we expect you to get a deliverable each Friday, and Mr. M will discuss that in more detail with you guys. So you can see here the grading criteria, and you can read more about this on your own, but briefly, we want to emphasize the importance of critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity.
Okay, so now I'm just going to overview some of the classes in this project and what they're going to teach you guys. So first we have the main.java class, and this is basically just the menu and kind of driver for the whole project. And then we have classy.java, and this is going to teach you guys about object-oriented programming, and this is one of the most fundamental principles of Java, so I highly recommend you really pay attention when we're talking about object-oriented programming, because that's something that's really unique about Java, and it's a little bit more difficult to understand than some of the other concepts. And then next we have loopy.java, and loopy.java is just teaching you guys some basic iteration with kind of a fun spin with the monkey jumpers, so it's a pretty fun one. And then we have printy.java, and printy.java is basically just print statements using Unicode. So now I'm just gonna run one of my favorite ones from this project, and it is the classy poem. So I'm just gonna type in 5 because this is the menu that pops up from main.java, and it tells you what you can type in to output whatever you want. So then if I type in 5, then it's going to show me these little monkeys animating, which I thought was pretty cool. So that was my favorite class. I think you guys will find this project really interesting.
Okay guys, so AP Comp Sci College Board has provided these 10 units, and these are like the standards that the whole course is built around. And so if you'll notice here, it goes primitive types, usage of objects, building expressions and control, iteration, writing classes, arrays, array lists, 2D arrays, inheritance, and recursion. And the percentages you see here is like how much of it, or like how often it occurs on the AP exam. And we've shown you guys the usage of these various AP Comp Sci units in our Hello series. So the goal of this series was just to give you guys a brief introduction to all of these. So amongst the 4 classes we have here, we use all 10, and in the comments we have detailed where we use each of the specific standards, so you guys can go check for that. And next, we have some tools that we think will really help you over the course of this trimester and this whole year actually. So first is Slack, and we have the link to our Slack workspace here. And it would be great if you guys could join the Slack workspace as soon as possible, as you can communicate with your peers and with your teachers, and a lot of grading happens there too. And next we have IntelliJ, and that's the IDE. So IDE again is the area used to write your code that executes it. And there's lots of different IDEs like BlueJ and Eclipse, but we'll be using IntelliJ. And then GitHub is a good way to have version control, and you can collaborate with others easily. So we'd recommend, if you haven't already, set up a GitHub account, and Mr. M will give details about repositories and stuff like that in the future.
And one last thing that we wanted to mention was that the authors and kind of producers of all this CompSci content is Nighthawk Coding Society. And this is a student-led organization that Sarika and I have been a part of over the summer. And we've been working over the summer to create valuable content for you guys that we think will be effective in learning the College Board curriculum, but also provides exploration and is fun. So that's kind of what we've been up to over the summer, and we hope you guys all find our content very useful. Before we send you guys off, we just wanted to give you some advice. So for the coming school year. So for CompSci A, I think it's really important that you guys all keep an open mind with this new project-based learning tactic in Mr. Mortenson's curriculum, because I think it's important to always be open to new ideas and different ways of doing things. Sarika, do you want to give any advice to them?
Yeah, so my advice would be to just have fun in this class, because the projects, the content, all of it is actually really fun, and it gives you a great introduction to programming. And don't be shy to ask your teacher for questions. Mr. M and then your peers as well are great resources. So thank you for coming to watch this video, and good luck for this year.
Good luck, guys. Bye.